Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Pool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. For the last couple of episodes, we've been here in this spider's cave. Had a couple of big fights we've dealt with, including this phase spider matriarch. But we managed to survive, nobody died. A couple of people dropped to zero a few times, zero health, but no one died. And that's what matters. And so now we're going to continue exploring. I'm assuming that the worst of the fights is over. And now it'll be mostly just looting, seeing what we find. There's probably still some fights, I would guess. But I guess we'll see.
Can't slow down.
So we've been coming around this side, I think was what we were doing. So let's keep exploring. Eventually we'll come back to the lower levels and explore there. But yeah, just keep following around. And of course, we have gotten stuck in the web. Come on. Are these going to just hatch as we get closer? No, thankfully. Huh. Alright, you. Take these out. I clicked on the ground. Alright, I don't think any loot is coming out of these. No harm to us when they explode. But I am afraid that something could trigger them to hatch, like we saw with the matriarch. But it seems not. So there's a skeleton there. I can't loot it. That's unusual.
Let's move.
Okay, let's just keep moving forward, and I will keep an eye on the mini-map to see if any spiders suddenly show up. Dark amethyst. We'll want to check that out. It's glowing weirdly. Okay, but I don't see anything else over here, so I guess we've reached the end of our top level exploration. Head on down. We've got a sigil here, which means theoretically we could just teleport straight back to Dammon right now with the Infernal Iron, and then teleport back here afterwards. And I might do that just to break up how long we've spent in this area, because variety is nice. Let's just get the dark amethyst before I forget about it, just in case. Okay, if you guys could not stand in the toxin. Or get stuck in the web after standing in the toxin. Come on, people. What's the deal with that? Dark amethyst. You can't shake the feeling that darkness seeps out of this heavy orb-like stone. Huh. Now, we'll finish up this whole cave. I don't think it's too much further to go.
What's hiding here?
Ooh. Okay, those are saves. I was wondering if that was perception. So, yeah. We'll explore this, find what we find, and then we'll go back to Dammon. If you guys could just stop stepping in toxins. Wish there was a convenient way of looking up. Like I can't scroll up. Okay. No, I know where that is, obviously. We've definitely been there. Head on back down. We've got a tunnel that runs this way that we could explore. And then we still want to explore down here as well. Maybe we'll start down here first. Quarterstaff. Door. I think that's actually everything over here. Everything else was up on the higher level. So, okay. Let's head up here. And up there. We've got some more cocoons we can crack open. Burn that web. We don't need to break the webs. Or the eggs, rather. Definitely cocoons. I can't seem to get to loot. Dead goblin child. Ugh. I'm fine with dead goblins. Not as thrilled by dead children. Ooh, another greater healing potion. That's good because we ended up having to use our greater healing potion. Another leather helmet. We already had one of those. And nothing from breaking that open. I did go through our alchemy. So we've got this alchemy here. I extracted all ingredients. So that just took all the various plants and converted them into their various salts, ashes, whatever. And then went to potions and I crafted a greater healing potion. Maybe two, I don't remember. And then one or two normal healing potions. So that also gave us a bit more. And this is where we've already been. Yeah, that's how we came in. There was a second entrance to this place. Oh, we have not been over here. Okay. So we've been there. I didn't need the bone, but I've got it anyway. Potion of speed, awesome. Club. A lot of this is just stuff I'm going to sell at the vendors. New healing potion. You would open up for me. Open up for me, I say. Antidote, malachite. Can't reach it.
Hey, good looking.
Can you reach it? Come on. It's right there. Out of reach. Ah. Alright. That gem has permanently fused with the wall there. Fantastic. Let's crack you open. Nothing.
If not over, then through.
This is somewhere new as well. Alright, we'll want to check that later. Where are you on our map? Down in here. Let's pull back from there. No, that looks like a dead end. Let's explore it. Water we didn't need. Torches are fine. Burnt journal. Ooh.
Here we go.
What do we have? Most of this book's pages have been carefully burned away. Those that remain contain a single sentence rewritten in varying states of agitation. In her form I find ecstasy. The spell is not enough. I wonder who her is. Also who the author of that burnt journal would be. Craft of water we don't need. Are you valuable? You are valuable. Glass retort. Various alchemy stuff that I don't think actually helps with our alchemy. Why do you have to climb on boxes to open crates? Surely there's a better way. Oral histories of Faerun, Gith, and mind flayers. That sounds important. This thin tome is bookmarked with scraps of illegibly annotated scraps of paper. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age. Wood elf, storyteller, hailing from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. It took me several days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health or peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale, relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us, was like none I'd heard before or since. I asked if it was fiction, and he insisted emphatically that it was as true as his own right eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief, an empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids. The mind flayer, the flayers of minds. I just automatically combined that into mind flayers. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service of the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making, the cowed would not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly. Their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. Interesting. And then Soul Coins, a treatise. The red leather cover of this manuscript is stamped with a grotesque sigil bearing resemblance to a screaming face. We have been curious about soul coins. We've got like 4 or 5 of them. Academic disclosure. This research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the 9 hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of a person of personal and magical essence, the soul is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohort. I think we might have already read this book, because I do remember reading about infernal iron being used for soul coins, and then referenced that with Karlach needing infernal iron. They're frequently traded for their value. For the value can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel the strange engines in hells. Yeah, I definitely have read this. Yeah. So I'm not going to reread it. Yeah. Bloody journal. I did not mean to ping that. Though originally a screed on Lolth penned in blood, this book's crimson script has been smeared away in several places, a different hand writing atop it. I recall my life upon the surface with more than regret. I weep for the decades spent treading the murky waters of profanity while my true queen waited in the shadows. Even my name, Eliette, feels foreign and foul upon my tongue. A high elf exalted by Lolth herself, my drow captors cannot fathom it. But I see their house's downfall in visions granted by the Spider Queen herself. When that day comes, when some unnamed whelp from an insignificant house cuts the matron's mother's throat, I will escape. I will find solitude. I will worship Lolth with my very soul. Is this saying that was it high elf? A high elf slave wants her masters killed so that she is free to worship Lolth. If I'm reading that right? Lolth is obviously the goddess of the drow, and so it seems strange that a high elf would choose to worship Lolth instead. Huh. Strange. Not completely sure about the whole history of that. Magical boots. Spider step boots. Immune to being enwebbed, your movement speed is not affected by webbed surfaces. And now it tells me Gale can absorb this item's magic, destroying it. So presumably he can't absorb every magical item, otherwise that would be redundant. Well, I don't currently have magical boots, and I am fine with not getting enwebbed, so yeah. Tattered journal. A journal filled with hastily sketched diagrams of spiders and various spell runes. The captions are largely written in code, save for a few passages near the end that are penned in shaky common. They can sense my devotion. It draws them. I hear them in the shadows, whispers from the Dark Mother. I woke to a gift wrapped in spider silk, a pair of boots taken from a heretic's corpse. Lolth sends her daughters to reward my faith, to let me know I am on the right path. Another gift, the corpse of a drow, sigils scarred upon his face. An arachnomancer, one with the power to inhabit the spider's form. It is a message, a calling. My blood already dries upon the dagger, her blessed image carved into my skin. Okay, so whoever was in this lab was a super devoted follower of Lolth. Which is crazy. Yep, I know you're encumbered. Which means let's just go to your inventory. Sort by weight as usual. And then we'll just grab things that weigh a ton. I'll keep the shovels, because I don't remember for sure if anyone else has a shovel, or if those shovels are the only ones I have, and I want to make sure I don't accidentally sell my only shovel. Let's see. That's most of our heavy stuff. Yeah, we've got 3 greater healing potions. That's neat. We'll just give those to Karlach, and suddenly I'm not encumbered. Alright, web-covered journal. There's a lot to read in here. This book's leaves are stuck together with thick webbing that leaches ink when pulled from the page. Only the final entry remains remotely legible. It is time. I will forever transcend this blasphemous flesh and refashion myself in the Queen's image. No longer will I be bound to this lowly form, this base shape of organ and bone. Even the arachnomancers of Menzoberranzan shall weep at my feet, their little spells so feeble and fleeting. Today I found the house of Lolth, and I shall be its matriarch. So, I think Lolth's image is a drider, not a spider. Driders being like spider centaurs, where they have the body of a spider and then the torso coming out of it. I think Lolth is a drider. Well, being a god, she probably has lots of shapes, because most gods appear in multiple forms. So I could be wrong about that. So this person could be saying that they are turning themselves into a drider, but I'm wondering if they turn themselves into a spider, and if that matriarch we killed was this researcher here.
No traps, please.
An ornate diagram is drawn upon this parchment depicting a ritual of some kind. At the bottom, 2 figures, a spider and an elf, are sketched within overlapping circles. A single word is penned beneath them, transcendence. What do we get with T? Plain unadorned note. No, that's not helpful. 4 new scrolls. Does this go farther down? I'm guessing not, but I also definitely want to find out if that is somewhere we can actually go to. No. So it just looks like a big scary hole, but we can't actually go down there. And then nothing else over here to interact with. Okay. That was an interesting area with some interesting lore. Another healing potion. Very happy for that. Guessing this is somewhere we also can't get any farther. Down here. Correct. Scroll to speak with dead. Cool. Not that we really need it because we have the amulet of speak with dead. And that's probably going to be out of reach as well. No, it's not, but it's just plain leather gloves. Doesn't really grant us much. Agate, gold. That looks like the bottom of a well, which isn't a terribly useful well if its bucket is just floating in the air of this cave. Can interact with the bucket. Is this taking us? Okay, so we can just climb in and out of the cave using the well. Well, I'm not done with the cave, so let's head back in. That is a very well secured bucket. So we still need to get up here. So there's a bit more grab. Suppose we can go up here, actually. Probably the more sensible route. We've got skeleton here. It's empty. Another spell scroll. I think we've been over here. Yes, that's the spider we fought. I think we've already looted you. We have. So that's already been dealt with. Get over here to this backpack. Bronze necklace and a drum. And then this we've all explored. I think that is us done with this cave. Right, we have two entrances. This is the one we originally came in through, I believe. And then this was an alternate that we saw but didn't use. And we're now back to here. No, no, no. Guys. We're gonna go all the way around. No. Just hop down here.
And away I go.
Come on. Good. Alright. Well, this was a very fun diversion. Cool. Well, we can now go back to Dammon in the Emerald Grove. So can we go... Yeah, see, it doesn't show us... We definitely saw that there was a teleporter down in that cave. But it's not showing us that waypoint, besides Whispering Depths, which is kind of pointing to the same location as the Blighted Village. So maybe we're supposed to know that the Whispering Depths is that cave? I don't know. Anyway, we're wanting the Emerald Grove. I wish there was a waypoint actually in the grove. There's probably story reasons why they don't want us to be able to just instantly teleport in, particularly since they are trying to seal off the grove. So I assume that's related to why they don't want us to be able to just teleport in. Instead, we have to teleport outside and then walk in. At least that's how I would guess it from a game perspective. Aaron.
Very well.
We've got a lot more loot. Do you have money?
Need anything else?
I need even more money.
But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
You do have more money. Perfect. Can I sell one of these? Good. Let's sort by weight, so I'm selling the heaviest items. Still want to keep the Idol of Selûne. I don't know why. I guess I can get rid of books that don't really matter. So they're all £1, and that'll weigh me down pretty fast. Like, there's some books, like this Book of Dead Gods, that we had to go through a bunch of checks on it, that feels like something I should hold on to. But others are just books. Let's see. Don't need the bone. Looks like we have 4 soul coins, not 5. Let's sell all of our ingots because we found out we don't need those. Those are just trade goods. Which is a bit of a shame. Oh, you have run out of gold. Well, is there anything I want? I could get your supply pack. Sure. You have healing potions. You do. Might as well grab those. Gloves of Missile Snaring was one that I had my eye on at one point. So let's just grab those. Ring of Flinging. The wearer gains bonuses to throw damage. No. I don't think there's anything else here I particularly need. So let's go back to selling. See if we can get all of his money again. Keep the antidote. Okay. Anything else? Yes, we can sell all of the jewelry. Keep the Selunite necklace. And sure, we'll get rid of books that don't matter. Or at least that I think probably don't matter. No, I want to keep the Harper's Notebook. That was relating to... yeah, we had a map. Yeah, we had a map that was referencing Harper's treasure. Most of this I can get rid of. So we've already read them. A lot of them are just filling out the lore. These weigh basically nothing, so I'm not super worried about them. Sell that. We can get rid of the ropes. I don't think that's actually useful. Even though in general in D&D you want to keep some amount of ropes. There's probably a lot of these magic items that I should also get rid of. Like, am I going to use this shattered flail? Probably not. Or this quarterstaff? Probably not. Or this scimitar? Although 27 gold for a magical scimitar just feels wrong. Like, the prices are not what I expect. But alright, we'll call that good enough. So, thank you, Aaron, for your money.
Sylvanus be with you.
I'm sure I will trade with you again in some future point. Now, we have the amulet, or the amulet, the gloves of missile snaring. Really, anyone could use them, but I'm inclined to give them to myself because I would reasonably think it's a good idea to attack your backline people with your archers. because you want to take out, you know, the high damage dealing squishies in the back, usually. So, assuming enemies use similar logic, they will be targeting me reasonably often, rather than just always shooting the front line. Hey, Damon.
How fares the search?
I have found the Infernal Iron that you mentioned.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlach. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Okay. So we'll want to keep an eye out for more Infernal Iron. But also, does she have some sort of like opening on her chest that she can just like open up a flap, get to the workings, and then just close it? Like a robot? Obviously they turned the camera away so we couldn't see how they were pretending that was happening, but certainly no obvious maintenance port on her that I can see. What's up, Karlach?
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
Let's find some evil for you to smack then. We'll find more Infernal Iron and get you a second upgrade too. I still can't touch you though. Sure, that's the most important thing. We'll find some more Infernal Iron and get you a second upgrade too.
Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel.
Fuel? What fuel do you use? Will you be alright?
Oh, fuck yes. I'm ready to burn all night. Speaking of, I could eat a giant badger. Is it almost time for dinner?
What fuel is she using? I'm seriously confused. Alright. Well, that's that. We've gotten here, so let's go back to the Blighted Village. Apparently we've decided to just rename this village so it's no longer... Was it Moonhaven? And now it's just the Blighted Village. I think we only really explored this single house. Everything else still needs to be properly looted. I keep grabbing the rotten eggs and I really don't want them. Moss-covered chest is locked. Astarion, would you like to lockpick that? And yes, you can have some guidance. Plus 9 to 12 on a DC 15. Feels good to be pretty close to guaranteed. Alright. What do we have? Ooh, a magical helm. I should have taken the time to read that, but I did not. Go away, you. Haste helm. Smooth start. At the start of combat, the wearer gains momentum for 3 turns. And momentum, again, was You get 5 feet more movement. Okay. Well, I think Karlak would benefit the most from increased movement. Although, get rid of that helmet. Astarion already is going to be able to move quite a lot. Because we got him that feature mobility. So giving Karlak the freedom to get into combat quickly will be good. Don't need any of that. Or any of that.
Let's see.
Those are just empty crates. That's the well that apparently takes us down to Spider Cave.
What's in here?
Okay, we do not want to blow ourselves up with that. Rotten mushroom, don't care for. Alright, let's get back up here and check out this house. Don't need any of that. Is crystal ball valuable? No. More rotten stuff. Coffee. Household prayer. Let's read that. No, don't highlight it. Just read it. Lathander to light, Seluna to guide, Kellenvor to judge, and passage provide. I think we've read that before. Okay, we are going the long way to get to that. Potion of speed and a bottle. I don't need the bottle, but potion of speed will be nice. The Wonders of Phandalin. In the year 950 DR, there can hardly be a more prosperous and fortunate town than Phandalin. Phandelver's Pact has brought prosperity to this land, splitting the wonders of Wave Echo Cave between gnomes and dwarves. The town now boasts thriving communities of both peoples, living and working together in harmony. We have also tempted human spellweavers from all across the north to our town, who are happy to work side by side with the allies of Phandelver's Pact. Mayor Alderleaf invites you to come and witness this miracle yourself. See the powers being uncovered in the Forge of Spells and the prosperity this power brings. I dare say Neverwinter will soon have a new rival for the title Jewel of the North. Huh. Neverwinter is a pretty big deal, so good luck. Although Neverwinter also is always running through problems, so maybe you will be able to outstrip them just because they constantly have issues.
Garbage.
Rotten fish. I don't want rotten fish. I would prefer not rotten fish, in fact. Those shoes have a name? Tanner's Delight? But they're not magical. The Tanners had an excellent time producing this leather. They actually got to use real animal flesh. Usually they work with much grosser stuff. Okay. Say an odd extra description on those random shoes. Healing potion. Nice. Okay, we can't look at those. Or the broken cupboard. That looks like a trapdoor. Take that for sure. Extracts. The rule of 3. A long-winded introduction explains that Haskin... Wow. Zesiliphen. There's a name. Zesiliphen's notes, published as is from the work journal, have helped bring alchemy to the masses. It starts with a full history on the Dragonborn, who had been descaled as a teenager and started their alchemical research in the hopes of restoring their hide. Wow. How did a dragonborn become descaled? Like, did someone do that to them, or was it an accidental magical thing? But that's bad. And I can understand the desire to fix it. As the pages turn, it continues to wax poetic about how Zisilifen put aside their own research to help the common people. Much more interesting, though, are Zisilifen's actual research notes. I've decided I shall make all my notes, both those written and those still to come, available to those who would wish to study. You, reading the text now, are probably one such person. As enticing as potion making is, we shall first start with the most basic alchemical rule, the rule of 3. Most ingredients can be found throughout Faerun. However, they need to be refined to be of any use in alchemy. Doing so is simple. Just combine 3 of the same ingredient, and you will obtain an extract, which can be used to brew potions, poisons, oils, and elixirs. So remember, 3 of the same ingredients makes an extract. Or in rhyme form, if you like, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellent. I don't think that rhyme was needed. Nope, I am picking that up, not marking it. Ooh, we've got some potions. I'll grab those in a moment. Amazing how there are no bottles in this bottle rack that clearly has bottles. Bottle, bottle, bottle. Tiered shelves. None of those are actually valuable. We'll take the dagger root, and more dagger root, and more dagger root. Apothecary's ledger. The ledger is filled with cultivation instructions for a range of medicinal plants. One entry is underlined. Deliver specially requested plants to the cellar. Keep away from prying eyes.
It says there's a cellar here somewhere.
We did in fact see the trapdoor. Alright, we've got potion of sleep and an antidote.
Fit in my pack.
Potion of healing. Suspension of laculite. That looked like a stone, but apparently it's an alchemy ingredient. Well, let's grab all this mugwort. And here. Anything up here? There's an antidote. We'll grab you. Let's see. I think we've mostly finished looting this top floor. Yeah. So let's head down this wooden hatch. Where apparently the best ingredients are taken. We're getting a lot of potions of healing, which I am grateful for, because we had to use far too much of our healing potions in those couple of fights. Rogue's Morsel, Dragon Egg Mushroom, Fire Resistance, and then Rogue's Morsel is for healing potions. Another potion of healing over here. Just bottles. We don't need empty bottles. Lots of ingredients. Good. Nothing of interest in the desk. Anything on the desk? Looks like there's lots, but apparently there's nothing. Okay, that's all checked out. Yes, let's check out this room next. You can't reach this? Okay, sure. Potion of healing. just random bottles again. Anything in the books? No. Various clothing. It's not particularly valuable, so I'll leave it alone. Nope, did not need the large bottle, but oh well, I can sell it later. Garlic, belladonna, weave moss. Mortar and pestle, are you valuable? You are not. Grab all the various ingredients. Wooden chest, what do you got? Elixir of Vigilance. Drink to gain a +5 bonus to initiative. In addition, you can't be surprised. And then Potion of Featherfall. I don't know when I'm expecting to fall enough that I would bother drinking a Potion of Featherfall ahead of time. What were you? Healer's Log. Patient Samson, occupation blacksmith, malady gout. Comments: Samson's become accustomed to the good life since he acquired that new apprentice. I gave him a tincture of autumn crocus and told him to avoid red meat and ale. Patient Brandley, occupation Cooper. Malady, large wooden splinter in hand. Comments: splinter removed, wound cleaned, doused in balsam ointment, and bandaged. Patient Timmick, occupation none, child. Malady, swallowed bottle cork. Comments: no hardness or blockage in stomach. The cork should pass without causing harm. I gave the lad stern warning. Patient Dita, occupation apprentice blacksmith. Malady, minor burns to the face and hands. Comments: another burn for Samson's eager young apprentice. The usual treatment was applied, but I urged her to slow her pace at work before she inflicts real harm on herself. Fair. Suspicious poison. No, don't drink. Examine. Don't be fooled. This potion will leave you worse for wear. I mean, I'm gonna grab it because it's clearly labeled as being a poison, but I need to make sure I don't accidentally drink it in the future when I'm just quickly looking at bottles. Potion healing recipe. This small recipe has helped me through a lot. Without my scales, my hide smarts and tears with the slightest touch. While it has never healed me fully, every drop soothes. I hope it might similarly soothe whatever ails you. Someone has filled the rest of the page with repetitions of why is it always healing potions, this goddamn primitive village, and the occasional someday I'll kill that mongrel of a master. Luckily, the recipe itself is still mostly legible. Recipe for 1 healing potion. Extract needs salts of rogue's morsel, suspension of myrgrass. Method: stir the suspension until a vortex forms. Carefully tip in the salts. Keep stirring until the salts dissolve and the solution takes on a red hue. And keep in mind, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellent. Okay. Did not need the water, but click space just to get it to go away, but of course space actually takes what's there, so...
What's that?
Hello. Is there something over there? A lever. I will finish looting the room before I pull random levers. Just to make sure I don't cause any problems for myself. Can't access anything there. Let's hit the lever. Ah. I want a secret door in my house. That'd be super cool. However, I think this might be a fun place to stop. We've made it our usual-ish time. So we'll stop here, and then next time we will head into this secret pathway, see where it leads. Looks like just some greenery. See what's up with that, and then carry on with looting this village. And maybe at some point we will decide to fight all of these goblins, but I guess we'll see. for now, we're going to end here and I'll see you next time.